It's funny, I have this Bruce Springsteen song in my head and I can't get it out of my head. Remember that song, Born to Run? Do you remember where you were when you first heard that song? Oh gosh. What was the lyrics? And walk in the sun. But until then, tramps like us, baby, we were born to run. Baby, we were born to run. Everybody, I'm so happy to come talk to you. How you doing today? Thank you so much for going shopping with me last week. I had such a wonderful time and I loved all your comments. And you know, I brought 2 cameras with me last week, and I was going to do the director's cut for you, and I had about 4 hours worth of footage on 2 cameras. But I couldn't quite figure out how to do it, you know, time-wise, because, you know, I couldn't just throw up this huge version of it without editing it a little bit, and I was sort of crunched for time. So I'm going to work on that for you, but oh my gosh, so much good stuff got cut out of it. And I had, for the first time, I had a woman stalker. It was so funny. I was just going around the store, and she was like this perfectly lovely, normal-looking lady, and she was just following me around. She never asked me once why I had a camera and why I was talking to certain items, but she would follow me around the store, and you know how I would talk in front of an item and, you know, have a little comment? She would interrupt me every single time. I would have to do take after take after take. That's why I think I was there for so long. And the kicker is, if I didn't buy the item that I was photographing, she would. And she just kept putting these things that I filmed in her cart. And after about an hour, her cart was full and she just walked out the door, never asking me what I was doing. But it was hilarious. So I am hoping that I get to show you that. I was so thrilled to get a surprise care package from my friend Sharon Capehart, and I'm sure you know who she is, but if you don't, I will link her channel below. She is a wonderful, talented woman. She resides in Texas, and she's a professional life coach. She is the author of a fantastic self-help book of Be the Best You Can Be. And she also has a very successful YouTube channel where you write in questions and she will answer them, and she answers them with wit and wisdom. And if you are in her orbit, you are on top of the world. She is beautiful, and she is wise, and she is hilarious. And she's had a very big life, and she shares wonderful stories about her life. But she's very dear, and I admire her very much. So I got a surprise package from her this week, and she sent me one of my favorite serums and some beautiful soaps. But my very favorite thing that she sent me was an eye cream, and the eye cream is from a company called Landcore, and it is a eye cream that is made with Manuka honey. And I'm not sure if you're familiar with Manuka honey, but Manuka honey comes from New Zealand, and they call it that because the bees in New Zealand, they kind of feast off shrubs that are called Manuka. And so the honey that they produce is like 10 times more potent than regular honey that we would regularly buy or find in our skincare products. So the new hot thing going around is anything that has Manuka honey in it. So Sharon, bless her heart, sent me this Manuka honey eye cream, and it's just beautiful. And it looks like white whipped cream. Oh, it's just lovely. It has a pretty strong perfumey smell, but it dissipates right away. It is very light, and it doesn't leave a film, and it reduces swelling, and it helps those fine lines and wrinkles that I have around my eyes, and I got plenty of them. But this is absolutely fantastic. And you know, with Manuka Honey, it does so many different things. Let me get that in there. You can put this Manuka Honey on underneath your makeup or over your makeup, like I just did, to help with swelling or any kind of creasing you might have. But the properties of Manuka Honey, it's so important to know that they're very similar to the properties of rosehip seed oil as far as they help with the circulation of your skin. They help with, you know, the blood flow, which makes you naturally blush. It helps with scarring. It helps with inflammation. It helps with fine lines and wrinkles. It helps with fading age spots. And it is just, I can't say enough of all the wonderful things that Manuka Honey does. So I am absolutely thrilled to be using this product. I saw results right away, which was so exciting. My very favorite mask of all time is the Manuka Honey mask that I have. When I use that mask, I swear I can't find my pores. It is amazing. So the more I learn about Manuka Honey, the more I want to have a Manuka serum and a Manuka Honey cleanser. And I have ordered both of those. I haven't tried them yet, but I have ordered them. So I am kind of excited about it because so much of the research that they're finding is the Manuka Honey is just so amazingly hydrating for our skin, and that's the one thing that rosehip seed oil doesn't do. It does not help us with hydration. So if you're using the rosehip seed oil, to add the Manuka Honey with it would be, you know, absolutely the best of both worlds. It'd just be awesome. So I am so excited about that. And you know, we all age differently, and we all have our, you know, our strengths and our weaknesses. And you know, my weakness has always been, you know, around my eye area. And I've developed kind of some dark circles and then some lightness, so I have both issues going on. And you know, this is probably old news to you, but this was new news to me. I went to the drugstore and I picked up the under eye concealer by Physicians Formula, and I was so impressed. There's yellow on one side that will cancel out redness and blue, and then the other side is just a concealer. But what I loved about this so much is the yellow side. I've used yellow before to cancel out redness or blue underneath my eyes, and it never really worked. But this formula does work for me, and I just absolutely love it, and I had to tell you about it. You know, maybe you've already tried it or you already like it, but this formula, it's pretty thick. It reminds me of Bye Bye Under Eye, only not as shiny. You know, canceling out that red, I think is just, I don't know, that's a special treat for me because I have redness underneath my nose, and I also have, because I wear glasses when I work on the computer, I also have a lot of redness around this area. So this has been a really big help to me. So I love this product, so I'll list it below. Because you all are my best friends, I did want to tell you that I did go out on a blind date last weekend, and I had a really good time. When I met him, I was so surprised because he looked a little bit like Bruce Springsteen, and he's a union man, and he works outside, so he is really super in shape, and he had really big muscular arms, and I didn't know a man 58 years old could be in that good a shape. So he was really handsome, and we had a few things in common. We shared a lot of core values that we spoke about. He's been divorced for 8 years, and he had 7 children, has 7 grown children. He's very happy in his life, and so we had a good time. And I don't know, he draws. He is there's a part of him that is an artist, but I also could tell that, I don't know, I could tell that he, he's handsome, and I could tell that he really liked women, and I'm assuming that women like him back. So I asked him about that. I asked him if he had had a steady girlfriend in those 8 years that he's been divorced, and he said he had one serious relationship, and that ended 2 years ago. So anyway, we had a good time, and we even danced. And then he walked me to my car, and so it was a very nice evening. And then he said, he looked at me and he said, you have a lot of wonderful qualities, and one of my favorite qualities about you is the color of your hair. Well, anyway, it's funny, when he said that, I didn't even know what color my hair was, because it changes every other month. I have it done. And I don't know, I just felt a little sad, and I drove home, and I felt a little bit sad and let down that he said that, and I don't know why. And I think later, when I was thinking about it, I just think, that I was married all my life, and I never felt like I was seen. I never felt like, me as a person was actually seen. And then when he said that about my hair, it just seemed like maybe he didn't see me, or he, I told him what I did for a living. I told him that I was a musician and that I loved to film videos, and he seemed a little bewildered by that, but intrigued, but bewildered. And, he's a meat and potatoes kind of guy. So I just thought, well, will he understand me? I don't know. And then my girlfriends got mad at me, and they said, oh my goodness, why do you have to overthink things? Why do you have to create problems where there aren't any, And they accused me of not really even wanting to be with anybody, always trying to, find a problem and overthinking things. And, just because you date somebody doesn't mean, they're going to be husband material. You just go out and have fun. Plus people, blurt things out on a first date that they don't always mean just because they're nervous. I'm not afraid of being alone. But lately I've been a little bit afraid of feeling like I'd be okay if I threw in the towel and that I lived out my life alone. And I don't want to go there. I don't want to do that. I don't want to give up. I don't want to give up. And I just feel like I'm, I don't have all the time in the world to be going through a lot of dating a lot of men where there is no future. And I know that this is a very nice guy, and he's very hot, and he's very handsome. And I think he could break my heart, and, well, the world could end tomorrow. So I have to make sure I don't overthink things. And I think my girlfriends are right, just go out, have fun, And he even said that to me. He just said, I don't want anything from you. I just like you, and I think we would be good together, and we could have fun. And he invited me out to this really cool party in Lansing on Friday night, a jazz party. So I don't know. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. I so appreciate it, and I hope you have a wonderful brand new week. And I hope you come back and see me and Cooper, okay? Okay.